Welcome to episode 301 of the Take Your Shoes Off podcast. Today, our special guest is Melissa Villaseñor.
Hey, don't start it yet. Now let me get settled.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah!
I smell like you have stinky breath, but I love it. Oh.
Alvin, new friends.
Wow, this is the official place.
Come, my love. Oh, you little boy. Oh, you little boy. Are you excited for Melissa? I love Melissa. I give her one lick. Yeah, good.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, of course.
I'm really, really proud of you.
That's nice.
All the work all through the years, and you're the last few times I've seen you on stage, you kill it. And
nice.
all the editing and your podcast, and you're just so happy for you, Rick.
Thank you. I must say,
Yes.
I wouldn't have this podcast as great as it is if it weren't for my man John Michael and Tom, and more than an honorary mention to George Kreekis and our #1 sound mix editor, Matt Day.
Matt Day.
Yeah, who loves Lords of Dogtown, the skateboarding movie.
You know what? Oh, I didn't see that. Never mind.
Okay. You need anything to drink?
Oh, are you going to have something?
Water.
Yeah, I'll take a water.
You know what else I might have? It's a little late in the day to have this, and I
A
already
coffee?
had one. I don't drink coffee anymore, although I have coffee and tea.
Whoa.
But I love these.
Whoa, cool fridge.
I know, right? Magic Minds. Have you ever had one?
Whoa, are they...
It's got caffeine in it. It's got like matcha.
Oh, I love matcha.
Yeah, it's got
Okay.
Olive oil, ashwagandha,
Do
ashwagandha.
they sponsor?
So, yes, and that's how I've discovered them. And now I'm like,
Loving it.
oh, yeah.
This is
love 'em.
great. This is what I need because I think my focus is...
Your focus, you suffer from focus and sadness. Is that fair? Maybe in that order?
Yes. Woo.
I just take it as a shot.
I see. Yeah, you have to.
You don't.
No, you do, because
Oh.
it's a funny little taste.
I like the taste. I don't like the taste like I want to have it with my sandwich, but I like the taste when I drink it. I'm like, I don't mind that taste.
Okay,
in my
actually,
mouth.
now I like it.
Yeah.
It just takes you on a journey for a little bit.
Listen, I don't know if this episode is sponsored by Magic Mind, but I will say if you're interested, go to magicmind.com/Rick for how much you think I should give off, 10% or 20?
20?
How about 50?
Whoa.
Yeah, they're really trying to push it out there. Oh, that's right, Alvin. You like it too. I love Magic Mind. Yeah.
I love it. I love Magic Mind.
Oh, you know what I should do? I should see if we could hear each other. Hello?
Gulp. Hello?
We heard that swallow. You could just put it maybe on there instead of the floor.
Oh, yeah, I was going to just toss it.
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
No, let me put on mine. I'll take off my hoops.
Alvin he's scared of every guest I've ever had. He never goes up to anybody.
I wonder what
That's
graphics
amazing.
you're going to do for me. This is so cool. You always do graphics.
We often do graphics.
Should I take off the jacket because it makes a swishy sound? Oh,
Maybe.
imagine Alvin with little hoops.
Oh, man. Do you want to take that off for swishy sounds?
Yeah, I think so.
First ad, hymns. Will you look to camera when in a second? You'll look to camera, you'll snap, and you'll look to me and be like, Rick, what could I do when all these guys go soft with me?
Oh, because then it sounds like I'm seeing a bunch of people.
What if you're a character? I'll give you a mustache to put on.
You have a mustache? Like a spare in your pocket? Rick, what can I do when all these men go soft on me?
You could start your free online visit today at hims.com/TYSO. That's HIMS.com/TYSO for your personalized ED treatment options.
Hims.com/DISO?
The featured products include compounded products which are not approved nor verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Why, thank you, my good man.
Ricky's on the loose, baby. If you want to see me doing live stand-up, I am in Portland, Maine this weekend on the 25th and the 26th. I am in San Jose, California, May 15th. And I got new dates up there. I think Charlotte, Atlanta, Florida. I got more dates coming. Go to punchup.live/Rick Glassman to not only get tickets, but to sign up for my mailing list so I can let you know if I'm going to be within 50 miles of your city. Ricky's on the loose, baby. Come around, get it down, get it through, get it done. You want to put your earrings up? Yeah, I guess that's fine. Kind of get into it. Whoa, Alvin's going to love your shirt.
Because of the wolves?
Yeah.
He likes the wolves?
Well, they're his ancestors.
Yeah, you're right.
Could you keep the jacket on the blanket, though?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Thanks.
I did wash it, though.
How often do you wash that
I
jacket?
just washed it like a week or two ago.
Oh, so it's 2 weeks old? It's been dirty for 2 weeks? Melissa, this is your second time on the podcast, but the first time was a Patreon only.
Oh.
Because afterwards, you're like, I don't really want too many people to see it because...
I thought I think I was going through some medication stuff where I was very, very sleepy. And I felt like I was a bummer.
Well, if you want to watch a Sleepy Bummer episode from 3+ years ago, Patreon... All right, bye.
Bye. Hey!
Hey.
I'm still out here. These are nice headphones.
Thanks.
Go for it.
It's still up there.
It's fine.
Yeah. Are you still sad?
No, I feel pretty good these days.
You on a new medication or are you off medications?
No, I'm still on stuff.
Anything you want to plug?
No.
Go to dirazepam.com/Mel for 20% off.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool, huh?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think we should be pushing
Well,
those
hey.
type of things, but I think we should be educated, though.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could get off of them. So because sometimes I think, what if I go on a backpacking trip? I don't want to be thinking every day, oh, I got to take this med in the morning and then one in the evening. I'd rather be free of meds and that's it.
On a backpacking trip, the meds would be too much of it to do?
Yes.
More so than setting up a tent and boiling your own water?
Yeah.
Okay. Naked and afraid, I could understand.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn, Alvin has had a very intense look right now.
At you?
Yeah. Oh, right, we're podcasting.
I know.
We'll get you into comedy.
Ew. No.
Right? Yeah. Well, we ran into each other at therapy.
That's right.
And I said, I walked
And
up.
I had a good session yesterday.
Did you? What'd you figure out?
Well, no, it's just
Do
I
any
think
crowd work?
That's right. You told me you did a new 10 minutes.
Oh, right. I said, at my therapy, I had 15 minutes of new material, but I did 45 of like shit I've talked about a bunch.
Yeah.
What'd you figure out in therapy?
Well, nothing. I think I haven't spoken to her in a few weeks. And
Since you washed your coat?
Huh?
Since you washed your coat?
Correct. And I felt like things just pile up in my brain, certain thoughts, and they just have to be said out loud.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm someone that when I don't see friends, I don't vent. I don't vent to friends. So it just piles on.
Do you know why you don't vent to friends?
So I don't want to be a complainer. I don't want to ruin their day.
Oh.
So I'd rather just carry it in, boil up.
And have to worry about taking pills on a backpacking trip because you don't talk to your friends. It's crazy, the butterfly effect there, right?
Right.
Have you had a friend say to you, Melissa, you're bumming me out, and that's when you stopped, or did you never even try it?
No, never. No one's ever done that. None of my friends have. That's just me being cruel to myself. No, but everything is... It's fine.
Good.
I think when I let myself off the hook and say, you don't got to do anything, you're fine.
Right.
Then I feel fine.
Well, you have to boil the water, set up the tent.
No, I'm talking about in life. I don't know what I even want to do. That's why I felt like I've been avoiding podcasts, because I feel like I'm supposed to be doing big things in life or promoting stuff. I ain't doing shit.
I don't.
Why do I whatever.
You don't have to come on here to promote something. You come on here to do me a favor because I have to promote something.
Right.
And I need a guest to help me do it.
Okay, what do we got to promote?
Let me see. This episode is sponsored by
Jell-O.
Man, I've been trying to get Jell-O for weeks.
Whoa.
They are tough.
You know, I like Jell-O. A little whipped cream on top.
Ooh. Okay. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp, because we were talking about therapy.
Oh, good.
And it's also sponsored by Hims, which helps you get a boner or keep a boner, depending on what your problem is or what your neuroses are. This is a feel-good episode. Listen, get a load off in 2 ways. One off here and one off here.
Whoa.
I know.
You're right.
Usually. You ever been with a man who is having a hard time staying hard?
In the past, yes.
But not in the future. Or not right now.
Not right now, no.
Right. In the past, yeah. What kind of ways did they handle it? Are there different ways of handling it? They handled it?
I think he took one of those pills.
Oh, but I'm saying when they went soft, did they tell you, sorry, this happened sometimes? Were they embarrassed? Were they cool about it?
I think he was embarrassed. But I also realized I don't think there was sexual attraction.
From him to you or you to him or both?
I think from myself for him.
You're saying you think he picked up on that you weren't attracted to him, so he was soft?
No. Other way around.
He was not sexually attracted to you?
I think so.
Let's get him on the phone. Are you still in contact with this person?
No, that was a while ago.
Do you have this person's phone number?
I don't know.
Because we could change their voice and put up a chyron of saying it's somebody else.
I can't do prank calls or anything.
No prank. Hey, this is Melissa. We're on a podcast. You are completely anonymous. We'll send it to you before for approval. I want to talk to you about when you went soft with me. Was it because you don't think I'm attractive? And if so, is it physical or was it my personality? And by the way, I could take it as long as I'm not going camping.
Right.
Get him on the phone.
No, I can't.
Okay. All right. You've only had one guy go soft with you? You've been with hundreds of men.
Oh, one time, this was a long time ago. There was one guy. His name was... Isn't that a funny name?
Yeah, but I'm going to have to bleep it just for...
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
But you could guess what the name was. Guess what the funny name was in the comments. If you get it right... No, get rid of that word. If you get it right and I notice it and I'm up for it, I'll send you a sweatshirt.
Wow.
We blur the mouth too. We know what we're doing. Like I said, John Michael, Tom, Matt, George, me.
All right. Well, remember Westwood Brew Co.?
Yeah, Westwood Brew Co. is an open mic joint that was every Thursday night at Westwood off of Wilshire and the 405.
That's correct. And I met this fellow there.
Okay. Is he a comedian?
No, it was just some rando.
Oh, he wasn't a comic? That's the way you made it sound. He wasn't a comic. No, he was random.
Well, no. I mean, what do you say? What do you say when they're...
Ask me.
Was this person a comedian or a no?
No. She was funny. She's funny, though. And I really respect her.
Oh.
Yeah, Alvin.
Well,
liked that one
anyway,
better.
this person, this dude, it wasn't working out in the bedroom.
How so?
Because it was,
How was the kissing?
I don't remember. This is a very long time
This was Westwood Brew Co.
Yes.
This is back before Hassan really got big.
Yes, correct.
Remember, he used to go there all the time. It was Hassan, you, me, DeWalt,
Aristotle.
Amir,
Yes.
Aristotle. Who else was there a lot?
Esther would go.
I don't remember seeing Esther there too much. Benji, I know sometimes.
Benji would go.
That was as far as open mics are concerned, that was always a good one because sometimes there was an audience, sometimes there wasn't, but there was always like
Karaoke next door, which was the best.
Yes, there was, but I was saying there's friends.
Yeah,
There's always friends.
that was a fun one.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So
Yes.
was there.
And we were in the bedroom, and he just goes, I can't. The only one I love that I can really get turned on with, she is in Spain or somewhere like that, some European. And I go, all right.
How did it get to the place where you guys were in the same bed together?
I don't know. I think I was just a very flirty person.
And you said you want to come over?
I think we were like, let's have a movie night or something like that.
You met him while you were on stage? Racist. You met him while you were on stage? You met him while you were on stage?
I can't remember, Rick. I think it was just hanging out at the bar area.
Okay. You got his number?
And that was it.
Do you approach men when you're in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. When you were single, were you approaching men or were they more approaching you? Or both?
Man, I'm blinking.
It's okay. Do you want another magic mind?
No, I'm okay. Hold on, let me think.
Okay.
I think for the past years, it's only been through apps, not in real life.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I would message.
Would you message jokes?
I actually no. I would prefer. I was getting in a habit of, hey, let me talk to you on the phone and see what our rhythm is speaking.
Of course.
And
FaceTime?
FaceTime. Because once you hear the voice and how you speak.
Also, you probably want the guy to hear your voice before he meets you. So
Exactly. Because then you see a photo of me and you're like, oh, I wonder if she's some babe. And then I get there and I'm like, hey.
A lot of guys probably see photos of you and say to themselves, I wonder if she's some babe. I wonder if she's some babe. Let me hear her voice.
Yeah. But then I think that's how it was the past years. But I stopped that Raya app because I didn't want anyone. I was sick of them.
Sick of what?
Just sick of the entertainment artists. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Got it.
Can I curse?
Yeah.
It's too much. One artist is enough. Ricky can make just the littlest face.
What'd you say?
You can make such a little tiny little smirk and it made me laugh.
My mom loves my facial expressions. When I'm on a TV show and I don't have a lot of lines, she goes, but your facial expressions.
It goes a long way. You don't have to say much, you know? It's cool. See?
Yeah, that's good.
Wait, let me try one.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that one. That's like cool guy.
Mm-hmm. Here, I'll give you something. Here, respond to this.
Okay.
Hey, I know it's game night, but I forgot to bring most of the games. We have Simon. It's good.
Yeah. Wait, let me try one now. Guys, I made spaghetti, but forgot the meatballs.
I have meatballs.
What were we talking about? I forgot already. Oh, you're going to throw them?
And then I have to wipe my hands off. We don't have to animate that one. Sorry.
Yeah,
It's not funny enough to spend the time, but throw the meatballs at least. Yeah, I thought she was some babe, and then she sucked my dick like she was stepping in mud.
Ew.
Yeah, that's pretty dirty, huh? You know, I've been talking dirty the past few years now. Like more, I think I used to talk dirty ironically. Like it'd be like, hey, nice fucking dick.
Right.
You know?
I remember that Rick days.
And then I stopped doing it because like, all right, you do stuff and then you stop doing it. It runs its course.
Yes.
And then I brought it back a little bit because it felt good to say, because it used to feel good to like just ride that pocket of just like that kind of energy, not even the words, just the energy. And I think it kind of lost some of its irony, and I just became a guy that talks like that.
Whoa.
And I realized that within the past year or so, and I'm trying to be more intentional with it. I don't want to stop swearing and doing that stuff because it's fun to live in that. But sometimes I say stuff, I'm like, dude, relax. So that's just my journey right now.
I don't think I've ever could do dirty stuff in a very, it's, I immediately get uncomfortable. But I do like sprinkling in a curse word every now and then. Fuck that. See?
Yeah. So you were on America's Got Talent, huh? When was that? That was 2011?
I can't, it's really tough to go back and watch that because my voice wasn't as deep as it is now.
Whoa, that must be hard. Not as hard as it could be. If you sign up for hymns,
Yeah,
so it's not that your material feels dated to you, but it's that your voice is more feminine?
Yeah, it was like, I'm Melissa. I want to be a comedian. It was like that.
We'll cut to a clip.
Oh, you on your cell phone when you're driving? I better call the cops.
And we're back.
Was that 2011?
Wow, good memory.
Thank you. Melissa?
Yes.
2 for 2. Oh, sorry. My mustache came off for a second. Do you think that show changed your life more? Like when you go from like, if you're step 1 and then you go to step 2 and then step 3 in career as a comedian, actress, performer, do you think the step from where you were before AGT to after AGT, which is not as, what's the word I'm looking for? Is not as like prestigious as Saturday Night Live is. But the step from Melissa pre-AGT to after AGT, do you think actually maybe was a bigger jump than it was from you pre-SNL, which was after AGT, to after SNL? Does that question make sense?
Yes, because I started going on the road after America's Got Talent and
you weren't
headlining,
before.
and I wasn't before at all. I only had 10 minutes, and I was screwed because then I had to try to fill an hour. So it was bomb city for many years.
Huh. Really? You were bombing on the road. Is that why you got so depressed?
That's why I got so sad.
Wow. Interesting tale for those.
Did you not know this?
I didn't know that's why you were so sad. No.
Yeah, I hated I hated having to hear myself try to be funny and just bomb.
Right.
And I couldn't bring a friend. I couldn't afford to have a feature. So just crying all over the U.S. and different
Crying over the U.S. is the name of your tour.
That's what it should be called now.
Do you feel like you do an hour well now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, because now it's been very fun. I'm now mixing in everything that I like doing.
You mean like impressions and singing?
And my comedy songs now. I share my art on projectors, funny drawings.
Great.
It's just a nice variety, which is what it should be.
Do you have somebody that goes with you, or do you give somebody something that is a sound that's cues for all the projections?
Usually the sound person there.
Is it a lot of them for them to remember?
Yeah, I just tell them next one.
Oh, so no, it's easy.
It's
there's no
easy.
there's no certain. Do it.
No, it's pretty
Yeah.
pretty chill.
You on tour now? Mm-hmm. Me too.
Good. Look at us go.
Yeah.
I know. Where were you recently?
Last weekend I was in Sacramento.
Oh, so fun.
And,
Punchline?
Yeah. It was awesome.
I love it there.
They told me that that's where a lot of people go after their hour when they're starting a new hour, which is interesting. But like, I did feel really comfortable there.
It has just those punchlines in Sacramento, San Francisco have such a warm, cozy room, and the art colored behind it is so nice.
San Francisco, I did Cobb's, not Punchline.
Oh yeah, I think I'm doing Cobb's in May.
Great. This weekend I'm in Portland, Maine, at Empire Comedy Club.
Whoa.
Never been there.
No, me neither.
So if you guys want to come, I suggest getting hymns. But if you want to be at my show.
Hey, that was good. And if you guys want to come to my shows next week, 24th, 25th.
25th, 26th.
Yes, 24th through 26th.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yes.
5 shows.
In Madison, Wisconsin.
I was
I'm playing
just there.
Comedy
Whoa.
at State. Is it good?
Oh.
Everyone's saying it's a good place.
It's so great. And also all the people there
Yay.
hang out after and it feels like camp. And you're just like chilling if you want. The green room's fun. The stage is great. Oh man, did I have a great time there.
That's good. Okay,
Great
cool.
time there.
You know what, Rick? I think I got to step up the little work effort and buy a camera to put in the crowd to film my sets.
Yeah, you know, they actually have some great footage at the club, which I don't know if we'll edit this in time to show any. If so, and if not, then we didn't cut to anything. But a lot of places will have it.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of places, you could at least people reach out to me, but you could put on your Insta story and like pay somebody.
Oh yeah.
I prefer that because
you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have. That's true. You're right. I can always reach out. There's a good dude in Portland, Oregon, that always does that.
I was just there too.
What's his face?
Yeah, I'm forgetting his name too, but he recorded
Randall.
for me. Randall.
He's
I only met him
great.
once. Shout out to Randall.
Yeah, he's the best. All my best clips are from Portland, Oregon, and he edits them. And what a
I
pal.
podcast. He let me borrow his. He has a studio where I podcasted from with Kyle Kinane.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, we didn't hit it off very well. Not in a negative way.
Yeah.
And I don't think either of us are in a rush to do a 2-man comedy team together. You know what I mean? He's funny, but like our frequencies were not connected.
That's tough.
It's tough when with a, but again, like truly, and I'm not being political, and I say this, like it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. The energy of who we are as people, plus where I was on that day and where he was on that day. I don't think he knew much about me, and he's just like he was in town the day after I did a show, so he's like, sure, I'll do it, and it was just like. But like what I was saying is like sometimes when you podcast and it's that way, I sometimes feel like, oh, I'm just doing this to get a podcast, and it doesn't. Dirty isn't the right word, but it just feels unintentional. Like I want to be doing this. I want to be doing this, and if I don't want to be doing this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I felt that way with stand up for a while, where like I was really not liking stand up, not all the time, but I wasn't liking the obligation of, well, I have to do it this day. I only want to do it when I want to do it.
I know.
Doing an hour has made me want to do it so much more. I love it.
It's way better.
I was scared to do it at first, and now like I'm trying to figure out ways to like keep it just to an hour.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm loving it.
Take things up by dipping your McNuggets in this creamy sauce with just the right amount of spice. And how do we take it up even more? By offering a 20-piece McNuggets for just $5.
That's great. Yeah. And you can tell, I could tell like when I've seen you recently on stage, just getting that amount of time to stretch on the road, it's just way sharper. You're ready to.
It's hard to do 15 minutes now.
Oh.
I find it really hard to do 15 minutes. I used to think that when you were going out and doing an hour, you had to like come up with a lot more material. I decided to slow down a little, and I didn't realize that it was not that how fast I was going on stage. Like I was just talking too fast and going to the next thing. And like when you slow down, I just think it's better. Have you noticed that your pacing changes?
Yeah. But then sometimes if the crowd's not fully there with me, my instinct, I do want to speed up to hear more laughs. But then on the other end, it's like, well, you guys are cutting your laughs real fast. So that's on you. And I'll just let the silence sit.
I think I get it. I don't, I want the laughs very much. I don't know if I'm always feeling like I'm doing it for laughs.
I think I have to change my
Angelo?
What?
I think that sometimes, but I have to credit the first time I heard it. Amir used to go when someone would, wait, no, it wasn't Maya Angelou. I think it was a different one. It was, he would do, he had a roommate at the time, and he would go, but, a whole bunch. And then whenever he would go, but, Amir would go, ksh, like, but, psh, or something like that.
But,
like a rim shot.
That's fun.
I think that was what it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm so sorry. That was totally not necessary.
That's
any
fine.
of that.
I don't think what I was saying even was.
I don't talk about stand-up too much on the podcast, and I know a lot of comedy podcasts do. But like when I'm talking to we haven't talked in a while, and like
I know
I'm liking this talk.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
All right. Because I've been thinking I've been real boring lately in life, and I feel like I don't know.
You're talking under the mic, and people at home are like, Rick, it sounds fine, but that's because Matt Day's so great.
Oh, okay.
Go
Here.
like, have it go
There.
up a little bit. Crisp.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You've been feeling boring. Maybe you have been boring.
And that's all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I haven't been feeling funny. I've been feeling boring. I've been feeling annoying. No, you're great. No, sometimes we're boring and not funny and annoying.
Yeah.
That's the craft. How do you make an act out of being boring? Well, if you want to find out, go to punchup.live/Rick Glassman to find out where I'll be in your city. When? Man, sometimes I'm on stage and like, I feel like I have this feeling. I feel this way when I'm high sometimes too, where like, I want to do jokes. I want to try and be funny all the time. And sometimes it's like it's too much or people didn't sign up for this or whatever. But you're never up on stage and people are like, oh, he just keeps trying to tell jokes and be funny. You know, like that's where you're supposed to do it. So I'm up there like, that's kind of like a newer like thing I've been like noticing like, oh, I'm supposed to be funny now. I love it.
That's cool.
I've been getting high on the second shows a lot.
That's smart.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's hard to do back to back those 2 hours like the.
Do you do meet and greets after every show?
I do.
Yeah, I usually do too. It could be draining, but I'm so like flattered when people want to like take pictures with me and pay for tickets and like sure, let's do this.
Yeah, for sure.
Second show's hard for you always?
Just because I get sleepy.
Uh-huh.
And then I feel I go nuts because I ask the crowd, did I do that bit yet? And they'll say yeah or no because it's from this first show. So now that I just always ask, did I do it yet? Did I do that bit?
Sometimes I'm not sure either, but I don't think it's something that happens too often.
Yeah, for me it's every second show.
I feel like people who aren't comedians might be able to relate to that when they're taking a shower and they shampooed and then they're about to condition, but they forgot if they shampooed already.
Right. That's true.
Okay. Well.
Wait.
We used to be so close, you and I.
I know.
We saw each other all the time.
I mean, everyone, it was, and now everyone's grown up.
Yeah. But you were like, we saw each other all the time.
Yeah.
You, me,
John.
and John. And then we would just do so many shows together.
That was fun. And
Yeah.
then go eat at IHOP after.
Yeah. Ed Helms, yeah. Character and Andy in The Office says, like you're talking about the good old days, and he's like, why don't you know you're in the good old days until after, and you're looking back at the good old days, and that really like opened a perspective of like, oh no, but we're in them now too. Like there's so many different good old days. Like this is one of them.
Yeah.
But looking back at that, we wanted to be, kind of where we are, right? Like still doing this at least, not to mention like being able to buy a home because of it. But like, man, I miss those, and I really do miss those days. But I want to give myself a life that I look back at in 10 years from now and being like, man, those were good days, Yeah. And sometimes that's tough because I don't do that much. Do you feel that way?
I feel that way too. I feel like I need it. It's putting more effort in for fun and good times. Takes more.
Yeah. This is that for me. This is an excuse for that for me, doing this. And then sometimes I'll call friends and like ask to go to eat or go on a hike, even though I don't want to, because I've just realized like, I know I don't want to, but I'm going to be glad when I'm doing it.
Yeah. That's true.
What's the name of your tour?
There's no name.
Big mistake. Crying over the U.S. with Melissa Villaseñor.
I thought I had a tour name.
Well.
Oh, I think it was called Start Goofing Around. Because people always say stop goofing around. It's start goofing around.
Whoa.
Do you like that?
Yeah. You know what else I like? Sleepy during the second show tour. For real.
You're right. It should just be the honest truth.
Yeah, I think it should be something that at least is definitive, Mine is Ricky's on the Loose.
Ricky's on the loose.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, when I was in high school.
And you bring little Alvin too?
Yeah. When I was in high school, one of the teachers.
Oh, little baby.
Whatever.
Too much
You've heard it or you
bright.
haven't.
No, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Ah, it's done.
No, you just covered his eyes with the
I know,
lighting
sometimes
so
he acts like a
bright.
baby cartoon character.
Yo, baby. All right, go ahead.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does.
I want to be able to move on from it.
All right.
Thank you.
This episode is sponsored by Hims.
Hey, Mel, do you ever go soft when you're with another man or woman?
Nope.
Why is that?
Because it got it going on, baby.
When you were younger, there was a couple of times that people went soft with you.
Yes.
And if that's ever happened to you, if you've ever gone soft or if you're scared of going soft and you can't really be present, sometimes you do need a little extra help, right?
Yes.
It's kind of like how when comics use a sound cue.
Yes. And you could give it a whirl. The Hims or the hers. And if that doesn't work out, problem is your relationship.
Get your dick nice and plump, right?
Yeah.
And pound this woman or man, or I guess those are the big two, right? I mean, like those are the big two, men and women.
Yeah.
Just pound them, bend them over, let them get on top of you. You could push down. If it's a woman, you could push down on her pelvic bone, above her pelvic bone, to help bring the G-spot lower, making it easier to hit.
Jeez.
And you could put a pillow under her bottom if you're doing missionary style, really, with your nice rod, and you just fuck up into her, really. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/TYSO. That's HIMS.com/TYSO for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/TYSO. The featured products include compounded products which are not approved nor verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. Will you snap and say this episode is sponsored by... I'll do it. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
And this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Melissa and I happen to have run into each other at a therapist's office.
Yesterday.
And that's where we decided to podcast. And you feel good after therapy, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Just a weight off my chest.
Yeah. Why do you like therapy?
I don't say exactly all the little pesky thoughts. And they just sit in there. And they're just hanging out in my brain. And the minute I tell everything, I don't feel so bad. She also helps remind me that too. I don't have to feel bad about having this.
That's the name of your therapist?
Oh, I shouldn't say the name.
We'll bleep her name. But that's who you're talking about?
Yes.
I like going to therapy because it helps me find questions that I didn't even know I wanted answers to.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wait a minute. I didn't realize that is a pattern of my behavior. Thank you for helping guide me. Have somebody help guide you. And you could fight back. You could be like, I don't know if I connect with that. And a great therapist will ask you why you feel that way and maybe, be fluid with it. And what's great about BetterHelp is if you don't connect with the therapist that you're with, you could match with a different licensed therapist. No extra cost to you. Your well-being is worth it. Go to BetterHelp.com/TYSO to get 10% off your first month. That's
TYSO. That's the name of your...
BETTER.
I was saying Daiso, like Daiso Japan, the store.
HELP.com/TYSO for 10% off your first month.
Window or aisle seat?
Aisle.
Me too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Middle seat or driving a long way?
Driving a long way.
Whoa.
I could drive. I drove cross country.
I've done it twice.
That's great.
Well, cross country or kinda?
You know what? I did a kinda.
From where to where?
From New York to Colorado, Denver, and I flew home.
Got it. I've done from Cleveland to Los Angeles. I've also done from Cleveland to Nantucket.
Whoa, where's Nantucket?
Where the hole is in my bucket. East Coast.
That's a fun word.
Nantucket?
I live over in Nantucket.
Whoa, that is a fun word when you say it like that.
Come on over to Nantucket's. Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah. That's what I tell my grandma when her penis is out. I say Nantucket. Just like the good old days.
Don't worry, I won't pee on your couch.
Yeah, Melissa used to, for real, piss herself. Do you still piss yourself when you laugh hard?
No, because I really go to the restroom a lot now,
Awesome.
just to make sure I don't cause that trouble for anybody.
But yeah, we used to like intentionally make her, and you would squat down on the ground.
Yeah.
And you would pee. You would
That's
literally
the
pee
sign
in your
that
pants.
you know that's happening when I started to squat on the floor and I go, no more.
Yeah. And then we were going to go, okay. Yeah, we were young. We were dumb. We wanted her to piss her pants before we got to IHOP.
That was so funny. Yeah, it's.
Do you still have friends?
Yes.
Comedian friends?
Like that I don't think. Who are my best friends? Do you ever look through your phone and ask yourself,
Who are my
my
friends?
friends again?
I'm not necessarily going through my phone, but I do think about it. Did it a couple days ago.
Artists. Everyone's an artist, but not really Well, no, actually, no. I do have stand-up friends, and I meet weekly to write.
Who?
Vince Caldera. It's really great.
That's what I said to my buddy Vince when he and Dara are in a fight. You could leave it in.
I take him on the road.
I don't think I know who that is. Do I?
You probably, I don't know, maybe past shows or mics, because he also started pretty young too. He was did a lot of mics.
Cool. And you go on the road with him?
Yeah, I bring him. Sometimes I'll bring Hunter Hill, Justine Marino, and Alexandria Love.
You're like rotating people that feature for you. Have them film you.
Oh no, I won't do that.
Do that. Why not? You're paying for the stuff, right?
Well, yeah, but no.
Mike Lenoci has been going on the road with me, and he films all of his sets. So he just films mine. He also helps me sell merch.
That's nice. Oh yeah, actually no, my friend Ethan Edinburgh is great. He did that too for my sets. He was very on top of it, and he helped sell my merch.
You sell custom drawings?
I sell my art prints, stickers of my art, T-shirts of my art, my coloring book. Yeah.
Do you sign your artwork? Mm-hmm. Are there limited edition of the prints?
Some are limited, yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Got to get one.
Yeah.
I'll give you $3,000?
No, Rick, I would give you one for free.
Or should I say, Harlan Williams makes shirts and hats out of his artwork too.
I know. I want to
should do a
get
collab with
one.
him.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. Honestly, I hope art takes over for me so I don't have to talk anymore. That's the plan.
But I thought you liked stand-up.
I do, but I just wonder how old,
How old?
to be on the road like that. Sometimes I just think I'll just be in a little rocking chair and just pass away. It's like
Jesus. You just want to die?
70. I don't want to be on the road
So
exhausted.
from crying all over the U.S. to dying in a rocking chair. Jeez. You know what? If you ever go camping, take the pills.
Okay, my therapist did say I think she sees a little bit of depression in me right now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's part of you. It's part of you for a while.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, it's always there. It's always there. Sometimes I feel it when I'm flying back home from a weekend of shows, and it just sits in there.
Could you
feel
define
that?
it in any way?
Huh?
Could you define what the sadness is?
Ooh,
feels
is
like
this
in any way?
boring? Is it a boring thing to talk about?
They could turn it off.
Yeah, but don't your podcast, or isn't it all jokes and stuff all the time?
No, the only thing that I have control over of if people like, I don't have control if people like it or not. The only thing I have control over is having a conversation with somebody that I want to be having. Oh. So sometimes I'm in like a silly mood. Sometimes I'm not, and I don't want to.
That's pretty
judge
cool,
it.
Rick.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Every
Whoa!
now and then for them.
I need that.
Yeah. Could you define what the sadness is? Whoa, that's racist again, but I liked it.
What?
It's some Asian cartoon voice that you just did.
No.
Really? Do it again. Yeah. That's how Bobby Lee has to go to the bathroom. And that's also what it sounds like while he pees.
Oh, no. You're right. I got to watch it, huh?
No, it's fine. But define your sadness.
There's a part of me, half of me, that thinks I'm very boring and serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get the wave of feeling funny that often. It's taking a lot more effort to get there.
Yeah.
And I feel like as I'm getting older, it's starting to, the funny is fading away. And then I'm just some
Right.
serious woman.
Yeah. You know,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I have a controversial take.
Okay. Woman's.
Being a performer, remove the expectations of the audience, even in comedy clubs.
This is a Rick Rubin moment.
You don't need to I don't believe we need to prioritize being funny. I think we need to prioritize being interesting. And I think that along that road, you want to get laughs. And if you're not getting enough laughs, maybe do a one-woman show that's engaging and interesting. But like, be interesting. I feel that way in my social circles as well. Like, I used to only want to be around people who made me laugh. At least I thought that was the case. I just want to be around people where it's easy to be present with them instead of like zoning out because I'm bored or disinterested or I've heard it already. People who are interesting are a pleasure to be around. And also, you are just funny. You're going to be funny, even if it's not laughs per minute as much as it was when you were younger.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot, Rick. Thank you.
My mom
really,
used to
really
say,
beautiful.
"Be funny tonight," and I would say to her, "I can't. I don't. It's out of my control. The best thing I could be is be present." And she would go, "Okay." And now, as a joke, but she goes, "Be present tonight," and I go, "I'm going to try to." But sometimes you don't have that. You know, you don't have the fun.
That is so. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
These are really beautiful words that I needed to hear. Thanks.
Yeah. Put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be something that we think other people want us to be.
That's what's been fun about the road, I'll be honest. Because now that I'm sharing art and fun things on the projector, I've noticed that the crowd, there's a connection, and that's all we're there for is the connection and the comfort of my art. It doesn't need to be stand-up bits, all the seconds.
24 seconds.
Yeah.
College.
Exactly. I didn't go. But yeah,
Or was it
that
35
is so
seconds
good.
college? How long is the shot clock in college?
Excuse me?
Did you fart?
No, what did you say?
You don't know the answer, and it doesn't matter. We'll
Nah.
put it up on the screen. Yeah.
That's really insightful. Thank you.
You're showing your artwork up there.
Yeah,
People talk about like being funny all the time, and like, I don't know. I know I'm not. And I don't want that to bother me.
Yeah. I don't want that to bother me either anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't bother me.
Sorry.
It's okay. That's, you'll stop soon. But I do love being funny.
Me too.
If you didn't, then I would say think about something else.
No, I know. I know that when it gets in that flow of pure silly,
That's the best.
I feel
Start being goofy.
great. Huh?
Start being goofy.
Yeah, you're right. How do you get there, Rick? Dance.
What's that?
Dance.
I don't know. It's just like it's kind of like I feel like when you breathe in the air and you breathe in the air that you have, right? And sometimes there's something in the air where when you breathe it in and you're just like, I'm sure there's something else, but I don't know what it is. It's just there. Or getting high. Right. Getting high often does it for me. Not always, but often. But like, yeah, when you're just in that mood, I also think that like there's two forms of goofy. There's the less sustainable, which is when other people are receiving you in a certain way where you just want to keep like riding the wave. And then there's the one that I love, which is it's just part of where you're feeling. If you're alone, if you're with people who aren't laughing, you are laughing, it doesn't deter you. That's just where you are in that moment. I think singers could tap into not silly, but that version. Like you could sing a song and just get into it if you're able to, and you connect with that song. I don't feel the same with jokes. Like I don't like. I was going to tell you about Ricky's on the Loose. I'm like I don't want to talk about that now, so I'm not gonna. I think that's where being like really present helps. Where like there's always something on your mind, right?
Yeah.
If you could get good enough of talking about what's on your mind and use that, you know, enough to be like, oh, I'm here again.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Didn't hear anything I said.
No, I did. I did.
Gulp.
Yeah.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
You got a big range of very goofy to very sad.
Maybe that's what I got to talk about on stage.
Or in therapy.
Yes, of course, both, but would be good to go there.
So your depression is defined mostly by feeling boring and serious? That's why you're depressed?
No, Rick, I don't think I don't even think I don't want to talk about that.
All right. I like that stuff. I've been trying to understand why I get so sad.
No, I don't. I just don't think I think I have. I feel good. I just don't. You know what it is? I don't have any big passion or desire in my life right now.
All right. That sucks. That's fucking disgusting. It's
Hey.
selfish.
What?
I don't know. I was joking.
Oh.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have any passion. Do you want to have a family?
I don't know.
Is there anything that you want to do that you're not doing?
No.
What do you do when you wake up?
I do transcendental meditation.
Maybe stop.
Why? I love it. That's where ideas come for me.
Oh,
Brush my teeth.
maybe stop.
Ew.
Okay.
I have to brush my teeth.
I'm just testing you.
Make a coffee.
Do you drink it? Mm-hmm. Every day? Mm-hmm. Maybe you should stop.
All right.
I stopped coffee. That one I'm being serious about.
Why? Why'd you stop? Did it make you anxious?
Every now and then it made me anxious, and it wasn't worth the taking the risk. Also, coming off of coffee, I noticed I would get sad.
Oh. I think for me, I don't know. Yeah, it's good to pay attention to.
Sometimes I feel myself talking too much, but I also think if I stop talking, this happens.
That's it. That's what it is for me too. I think I feel better when I'm near my good friends. Then I remember who I am. If I'm alone too much, I'm just a disappear. Whoa, is that deep or what?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. Sounds pretty deep. Whoa. Yeah. All right.
This episode should be called Rick Glassman is Rick Rubin.
Whoa. That's pretty deep, too. All right. The cheers weren't as loud. I can't hear you. My headphones aren't on.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all right. In the edit, they could put a beard on you like Rick Rubin and make your feet barefoot.
Wow. Yeah, but
That's
don't
not
worry about
funny.
it.
All right.
Rick Rubin. I have a friend who's friends with Rick Rubin,
Yeah?
and he recently told me that in his texts, it was Rick Rubin and Rick Glassman, and he thought he was responding to me when he wrote Rick Rubin back, and he said something to Rick. I don't remember what it was,
Whoa. Uh-oh.
but I wonder if that's ever happened with anyone else's anybody else that's friends with Rick Rubin that I don't know about that's also friends with me? And is anybody ever texting me thinking it's Rick Rubin? Like I got a text like, hey man, I think you're awesome. And now I'm always thinking like, did he mean to send this to Rick Rubin?
What, any summer vacations coming up?
I go to Cleveland to be with my family.
They're so
during the
funny.
summer. Yeah.
Your family's the best.
Thanks. You know, the first time I ever had Del Taco was on my way to go see your family.
That's right. For Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You thought the Villaseñors wouldn't have food, so you ate a bunch of Del Taco.
I don't remember what I thought. I don't remember if I thought that.
No, you and John. I remember you guys were like, we don't know if they'll have food,
Right.
so we better stuff ourselves now.
Yeah. And that was the first time I ever had Del
Tons of
Taco.
food.
I miss eating Taco Bell.
You don't do it anymore.
Every now and then when I'm stoned, I'll get a bean burrito with red sauce, no cheese, no meat. No meat from Taco Bell.
Right. Same.
And oof.
No, I know.
Oh, it's so good.
I have to every now and then sprinkle it in.
Mm-hmm. I love Taco Bell, man.
Just have to block out the next day. Just stay home. You know?
I don't know about blocking out the whole night. I also will just get like maybe 2 bean burritos.
That's what I do.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Every now and then if I'm like, what the fuck, I'll get a cinnamon twist.
Oh, yeah. You have to get the cinnamon twist.
What kind of sauce do you get to put on? Or do you just rely on the
cinnamon
red
twist?
sauce? No, on the burritos.
I don't do sauce.
Well, just the red
I
sauce
straight
is
do
inside.
bacon and cheese.
Onions as well?
No.
Do you want me to get you a glass of water?
Yes, please.
Let me inject you.
Just a little?
Yep. Thanks, Rick. This makes it actually more precious and powerful when it's in a little cup.
It also looks like you're
this.
drinking out of a cup the way Bobby Lee would.
That's racist.
Can I get some water?
Yeah.
Any water?
Oh, right. Room temp okay? Or would you like some ice?
Well, room temp's fine.
Cup or bowl?
A cup, please. Why'd you say bowl? Thank you.
Because I just remember I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of movies in Asian cultures where they drink from a stream like this.
Gulp.
Racist. Let Alvin get a little taste.
Gulp.
Isn't he so cute?
God, he's the cutest. I think he's the cutest.
I think he's the cutest dog I've ever seen.
He's a mini version of my Penny.
The mini Penny?
Has the same little face.
It's like getting your toes and your fingers done.
Gulp.
He didn't lick any, by the way.
Oh, okay. I was just making a mani-pedi joke.
Gulp.
And mani-pedis, they always put your hands in a little cup like this.
Yeah, and they laugh at you when you say you don't want them to do your cuticles.
Yeah.
What's
they
that
do.
about? I just don't want you to do my cuticles. You're like,
It
they push them
hurts.
down?
They push them.
I'm like, okay, you could push them down if you need to, but don't cut them.
They push them hard and they bleed. And I go, ah. And they go,
They bleed. Maybe your toes are unhealthy.
I don't go to nail places. It's been a while. I need to. I think last time I went was in December.
What about a podcast called Mani Petty?
That's cute.
And it's you have celebrity guests, but they're just sitting there, and the podcast are the two, ladies.
Having a conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah, but most
And
of
the
them...
thumbnail is a celebrity guest, but they don't really talk much.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear these celebs anymore.
Yeah. They're always telling us about how gay Trump is and how important fracking is to stop. And I'm like, you can't say that. Rick.
What's fracking?
Fracking, I think, is like, it's in between making love and fucking. It's when you go into the water and you fuck it and you fuck up the water because you're like fracking for oil.
Oh.
I'll ask ChatGPT to explain it to me. Please explain fracking in as few words as possible. That's how I ask for things now. Because I'll read 4 sentences and I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Fracking is injecting high-pressure fluid into rock to release oil or gas. In bed.
Whoa.
ChatGPT is getting funny. Yeah. I guess it's kind of like when, do you have a bidet? Mm-mm. Whoa. You know what a bidet? Yeah. And then sometimes, like, I feel like I didn't get enough poop out. I'll sometimes frack my butthole. I'll just shoot up, and then a lot comes out, and I don't know, is that just water, or is it bringing stuff with me? And I have to imagine it's at least bringing some stuff with me. Kind of like when you have a dirty cup, and you put water in it, and you go like this, and you pour it out. It's not necessarily getting it all.
Yeah.
But it's getting some. Also, it feels good.
Yeah, maybe I need to get a...
I don't know if you want to keep this private, but you like it in the butt, right?
Ew! Rick!
I was asking.
No!
You strike me as a woman who likes it in the butt.
What?
Then the way you're responding makes me feel like, whoa, definitely.
No!
Okay.
What the hell?
Okay.
No.
Do you hate it in the butt?
I just don't think it's... I just think that's
That's not what God intended it for.
I mean, poop is going to fly out any second.
Fly out? Your poop is your poop just flying out? Man. Wait, hold on a second. I got to poop. Man, my poop. Let me tell you something about my poop. You can say a lot of things about my poop. It's usually not flying out. Although I do take magnesium every night now. And it's been
Smart.
and I've been pooping really well.
Okay, I think I might need to do that. Thank goodness. You know, now I have those little wet wipes. Because, you know, when you keep wiping, the poop just keeps... Now the wet wipes when I'm on the road in planes, if it's one of those.
Are you pooping on planes a lot?
Oh, yeah, I'll go all the time.
All the time on planes? Why not go before the plane?
I also do before.
Wait, so you're not just peeing all the time, you're pooping all the time too?
No. Look, I don't want to seem like I'm some nasty chick that pees in pants everywhere.
Oh yeah, we want to think, is this some babe?
No, I don't care.
Yeah, I take wet wipes on the road with me sometimes. Sometimes I forget and I'll order them when I get there. If I'm there for a whole weekend, I'll order some waters to my room and some wet wipes. But wipe, I really miss a bidet. Because with a bidet, you don't really have to wipe. You just have to dry.
No way.
Yeah, you just do it. You shoot it on up there. You frack your butthole, and then you just dab it dry.
Wow.
Yeah, and it also, I remember I use what's it called? The one that people use, Tushy. Because they sponsor my podcast back in the day. And in fact, I think I asked them to sponsor it so I could get one. And one of the copies, and I think about it, it's great copy. Like when you did the commercial is, imagine if you have poop on your hands and then you don't wash it off, you just take toilet paper and you wipe it off. And it's like, oh, get some water on there and emulsify with some soap. But like I feel that way with the butt. Like it's not, get some water, frack your butt.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's time. I'll have to try to figure out to get one.
How many times a month would you say that when you poop, it's so much poop that it comes out of the water?
The hell? What do you mean?
Do you not understand what I mean?
No.
You have so much poop that it piles up that it actually is like the tip of the iceberg is out of the water.
Once in a blue moon, there'll be a long one.
That it comes out of the water?
Not a circle shape, but long that it's like...
Oh, like a log.
That it's like on the sand, you know? Some is in the sea.
I'll sometimes have a poop where I'm like, it wasn't enough, and I look and it's out of the water. I'm like, what was my expectation?
Yeah. The other day, Sunday, I did a half marathon.
Congratulations.
No big deal.
Whoa.
I don't know. I'm not trying to brag, but the point of the story was... Before I did the run, my boyfriend, he took a good poo. And I was like, I don't think it's going to work out for me.
Oh, right.
But then I got in the porta potty, and I looked down, just a pebble.
Aw. Do you think
But
it
I was
affected
fine
your...
the whole time.
Good.
The only thing that happened, mile 5, I got a back spasm. And thankfully, my boyfriend's a physical therapist, so I had he massaged and helped me stretch.
Oh, whoa. He stopped, too, to help you.
Yeah, he's a saint. He's an angel. I love him. You know, whenever I see him, I get grounded immediately. And nothing, all the little things don't matter. I just feel calm because he's that presence.
Wow.
It's really beautiful.
I want that. I got to meet him.
You want.
Does he speak Spanish?
Yeah, that was his first language.
Do you guys speak Spanish to each other a lot?
Yeah, I'm practice, yeah.
Do you dirty talk in Spanish with him?
No, he needs to be doing that more. I got to tell him. We both do. We both have work to do.
I made love to an Italian woman.
Whoa. Tell me. Was there pizzas everywhere?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Okay, tell me. Well, no, you don't have to say anything.
Well, the
That's
reason
beautiful.
I bring this up,
Yes.
it's this beautiful Italian woman, and I asked her if she to say like talk to me in Italian, and she just wasn't like wanting to talk much. Like she was more like likes to go like Uccellini, which means little birds. And then when I would make love to her and she would have an orgasm, she would say "ben fatto," which means well done. But I wanted her to say other dirty stuff, and she wasn't really doing it. And I wasn't be like, fucking talk to me. Say anything. Read a book. I didn't say that stuff. I was just like, but like the accent stuff is hot to me.
Bonfazzo?
Ben fatto.
Bonfazzo.
Ben fatto. Ben fatto.
Fatto.
I don't know if there's the S. Ben fatto. I'm going to ask ChatGPT.
Wow, you use ChatGPT, huh?
Sometimes. How do you
I
say
never use it.
well done in Italian?
You like Yoda or something? It's
That's
everywhere.
he's a goblin. This is my mascot for my podcast.
Oh!
Ben fatto. Ben fatto.
Benfatto.
Not ben fatso.
Yeah, that wouldn't be... Whoa!
That's me.
Cool! And that's
the
your
goblin.
merch?
Yeah, I do.
That's
I
so
sell
fun.
these on the road.
Your
They're
little
cool.
Pokemon cards?
No, they're TYSO cards. I turned previous guests with Scott Hepburn into
What's TYSO mean?
Take Your Shoes Off. It's my podcast.
Oh, right. Oh, this is awesome,
I know.
Rick.
Aren't those cool?
Holy smokes. Will I get one?
Who you'd be Rogue, right? You'd have to be
Yeah.
because of your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be a TYSO card?
Sure. I
We'll look
sure
into
would.
it. We'll look into it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And people could collect these and get them.
Yeah, and I sell them at shows, and people bring them. I only signed the Rick and Goblin one.
That's right.
But
You're
people,
good friends with Blake Griffin, huh?
yeah, but people will buy some of the other cards and bring them to their shows and have them sign it. It's always cool when comics tell me that people are bringing cards to their shows and having them sign it. As a collector, I think those, like, I legitimately love. I think they're so cool, and the
I
artwork
like
is so
the
good.
holographic.
They're cool, right?
It just feels so nostalgic and good.
Yeah, those are a play on the early '90s Marvel trading cards.
That's incredible stuff. Man, I love it. Dad. Oh, your dad's so funny. That's cool.
yeah.
I love these.
Alvin's liking the way you're rocking right now.
Oh. You don't like that. do
I
you?
like it.
He likes it. Look at this. Check this out. This is what I do for a penny.
Are you and Esther still close?
No, I haven't really chatted with her. I'll text her or, message her every now and then. Because her little baby looks so cute. Call her. I think she has the cutest little baby.
Yeah. I was just there. I went to her place yesterday.
Yeah.
I hadn't been there. I've only been there once before.
I've never been.
Yeah, they have a really beautiful home.
I loved Dave's show that he was on, the Common Side Effects. It's so good.
It's called Common Side Effects?
He voices the main character. Yeah, Common Side Effects. It's about mushrooms. He plays this guy. It's on HBO. I'm going to plug it because
Okay.
I loved it.
Cool.
It's animation. It's so good.
Okay. Well, you could watch it now on Max.
Yeah. Whoa.
A little loud. Sorry about
Whoa,
that.
and you could just plug it in your phone, huh? You have a whole setup.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Esther.
Hi.
Hey, I have you on my podcast with a guest that you haven't spoken to in a while.
Esther, it's me.
Oh my God, Melissa.
Hey, are you in the bathroom or something?
No, I'm in the kitchen.
Oh, what's the difference, right?
Oh. Is Ace almost a year now? Or she is?
She's a year.
Oh.
But Rick, what's up, Rick?
I was just asking Melissa if you guys are still close, and she said that you guys haven't talked in a little bit. And I was like, oh, I was just with her yesterday, and I thought we'd give you a call and just ask if there's anything you wanted to plug.
Ordinarily, I would. I mean, I just am in the middle of making dinner and taking care of my child. But Rick, I had fun last night. Did you have fun last night?
I really did.
What'd you guys
Why don't we add
do?
Melissa to the Codenames group so we could have 4?
I would love that. I
What's
also want to
Codenames?
do an improv team reunion with Melissa and you.
Whoa.
That would be fun.
Obviously.
You, me, Melissa, Sandy Danto, Fahim Anwar,
Aristotle.
Aristotle.
with Tony Henchcliffe in the shadows clapping in the main room.
Yes.
Okay. I'll see if Tony wants to do it.
I would love to do that.
Okay, well, as much as you're we'll let you go.
Well, there you go.
Sorry, I'm not adding. But Rick, I do want to. I know this was I just left a bad impression, but I do want to come back on TYSO and have it only be fun.
Oh, you mean you want to like when I do jokes, you want to play along?
Yeah.
What happened last time?
She gets a little she doesn't like some of the
actually-
jokes.
It's like the last 10 times.
Yeah, it's like the last 10 times. Things have changed a little. Esther got pregnant, and then it changed the way she receives jokes, I think.
That's not what it was. Don't blame Ace.
Oh, sorry, Esther, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm so sorry. All right, we'll go to punchup.live/Esther Pravitsky to find out when she'll be in Chicago. Esther, it was good talking to you.
Goodbye, guys. Love you both.
Bye, love you.
She's a good girl.
So sweet.
Yeah, we did. Last time I was on Trash Tuesday recently, I just made some jokes that Esther. Hold on, is that the wire? Yeah, Esther felt she just didn't like them, and then the whole podcast became about feelings and stuff. Now I love talking about feelings, but like I was in the mood for bits, which is fine. But then Esther told me the other day, she's like, "Man, the comments on this thing are like blah 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 blah," and I didn't really care. It was what it was. But we ended up talking a bit about it yesterday, and I think it's funny. She's like, well, "Let's just do some bits," and I'm like, "Yeah, great."
Oh. See, that's what I want to do, more bits. Remember that time we improvised a scene? What happened there?
I just threw up a little bit of
Oh.
stuff in there. I do, yeah, on the balcony.
Would you still like to do an improv scene?
Yeah, let's do an improv scene. You have a local ice cream shop, and I'm the who's the person that makes the A's and B's rates the
food health
health inspectors.
grade inspector.
So
Yeah.
I'm coming by to tell you I'm giving you the boot.
Give me the boot or giving me a bad grade.
Oh, giving you a bad grade.
Okay. All right. There you go. Oh, you could just throw it anywhere. It doesn't really matter. We'll clean it up when we get to it.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey, Teresa, are you the owner, Mr. Jeff?
Frosty, Mr. Jeff Frosty. Yes, I am.
Okay,
Can I
Jeff.
get your scoop?
Well, that's sweet, but I'm just here. I'm the health inspector, so I'm just coming by to. I'm coming by to check up on your ice cream shop that I know the city loves so much. 2 scoops in 1 cup.
Yeah, we named it after that viral video of the girls dumping in a cup. Okay. Yeah, hey guys, we're out of soap in the bathroom, so I'm sorry, use hot water.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do an inspection. Look in the cafeteria, in your the back
Yeah, well, help yourself, and if you change your mind, you want a scoop, you could just come back here and take it yourself, or I'll give a flying fuck. This is a neighborhood-friendly store where we like people to help themselves.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sure thing. Yeah, come on. Sorry about that. There was just somebody who was checking over the cafeteria, I guess. What can I get you? Yeah, you want that as a swirl, or would you like just one on top of the other?
Mr.
Swirl it
Frosty?
is. I'm sorry,
Mr. Frosty, can you come back here, please?
Absolutely. Be right with you. Let me just get this swirl.
Now.
There you go. And, yeah, thank you.
Oh, my God. I have to pee.
Yeah. You could use the bathroom. We're running low on soap, but just use some hot water. But what is it that you need to talk to me about?
Rick, I have to pee. I don't want... if you make me laugh more, I'll pee my pants.
Just put the towel down.
No.
This is an ice cream shop where we encourage
I'm not in
peeing
this-
when you have to.
Cut the same.
Cut!
Man, that improv group that we had.
Was
the
it
good
a
old
group?
days.
No, we just improvised one night together.
You weren't there all the time, but I arranged it. I remember I hired a coach from the Upright Citizens Brigade to come in weekly, and we did it at the Comedy Store. Usually it was in the original room stage. Once at least, if not a few times, we did the main room stage. I don't know if you were there, but one of my funnier memories, I've talked about on this podcast before, I think with Esther, was Tony Hinchcliffe was always in my mind, a villain. And he would just be like, "Hey guys," he was the Skeeter Valentine of the group, and still always liked him, but the energy was always just like exactly what he is now, just like he plays the villain, and he made fun of us because improv is not real art, stand up improv is for losers.
Yeah.
And only the pure art of stand-up is what matters. And he would bust our balls. Are you guys doing some improv? And
That's a pretty good voice.
And then there was one time we were in the main room. And also, by the way, we're stand-up comics. Some of us have more experience than others with improvisation. But we weren't ready to take it on the road,
Yeah.
And we were doing a scene. And I don't remember what the scene was, but I do remember feeling like this was pretty good. We were funny in that one. And then the scene ended and we're in the main room. And there's some lights on the stage, but it's dark in the back because it's during the day. The lights aren't on. And just from the back of the room, it was... And from the shadows, Tony is walking forward as the light illuminates his face to reveal who has been applauding. All right. It was so funny, man. It was so funny. I think about that every now and then. Man, was that so funny.
I could just see it so well.
Yeah. I did Kill Tony back in November with him. And despite the comments saying how much Tony and I hate each other for whatever reason, I have a good time with him.
Whoa.
I do. I think the show he puts on is so impressive. I think a lot of the people that watch it have access to a microphone that they don't necessarily need to be using. But man, that show is so much fun. And looking back at what Tony was like when we were coming up, and the good and the bad, my opinion, the good and the bad, the stuff that made me laugh and the stuff that I was like, all right, dude, leave me alone. But to see what it's become with at least his show, and it's just and I'm not even talking about the success of it, which is massive, but just the show itself, it's so, I had such a good time on it.
That's cool.
But man, it's a different energy,
Yeah.
How do you feel you would do on that show?
Oh, I don't think I could do any of that.
I would, if I were to ever do it again, I would want it to be a guest who is playful, the guest who's playful and fun. There's a lot of comics now that are I don't know if you just very serious. I guess you could say hates women. Is that fair? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of comics that hate women, or hate themselves, but to have somebody that is really playful. I don't know. I've been doing live take your shoes off.
Sorry, excuse me.
That's fine. I don't feel like what I'm saying is necessarily ready for the special.
No, I was thinking if I was going to ever do it, it probably would be in an impression or character. Like how Adam Ray did. I feel like that's the way to go for if I ever
silly.
had to.
Being silly in that instead of really
Yeah.
being serious and taking it so seriously and talking about the art. But what would your character be? Christina Aguilera?
Just out of the blue, just because she's there.
Yeah. Dress up as Christina?
Sure.
Wear the genie in a bottle outfit?
Sure.
Let me hear how you'd be as Christina. All right, I'll finish doing stand-up.
Yeah, but her speaking voice isn't like her singing.
Well, then just be singing the whole time.
Okay.
I'll be a comic that just finished.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought if I got an abortion, at least I have a punch card, so the 10th one's free. All right, guys, thank you so much. My name is Jose Vieira.
Oh, that's gonna be a no for me.
Okay, she is a Shark Tank judge. No, X Factor.
Oh, right. Wasn't she on the chair thing?
The Voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could bring the chair thing, and you could have somebody dress up as the chair.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I think she was. I thought she was a judge.
She was. She was on one of the original Voice judges with Adam Levine. What's his name? Who goes like this?
Ew.
Blake something. Blake Shelton. Yeah,
Oh.
and I think CeeLo Green.
That's right.
I don't know if I think CeeLo Green was original. I don't know if Christina was, but I feel like she was.
I think she was.
I'll ask ChatGPT. Who were the original The Voice judges? The original coaches were Christina Aguilera, CeeLo Green, Adam Levine, and Blake Shelton. Good for me.
Hey, that was good.
Yeah, maybe I am good enough to tell people who the judges are on The Voice.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
And who were the OGs for American Idol?
Randy Jackson, Paula Abdul, and Simon Cowell, of course.
That's right.
Yeah.
What about America's Got Talent? Do you remember my season?
I don't think I didn't really watch back then. It wasn't Howard Stern, was it? It was Simon Cowell. Was it the girl?
Oh, like the OG, the first year?
Was Simon not on your year? Were the Pussycat Dolls?
No, I had Piers
Or not
Morgan,
Pussycat Dolls.
Howie Mandel, and Sharon Osbourne.
Oh. Who liked you the most?
I think Howie.
Howie's a big advocate for comedians, I've noticed.
That's nice.
Even when comedians aren't that funny on the show, he doesn't like X them.
Like me.
Were you not good on the show?
No, I was fine.
Your voice was just a little high.
cute. It was cute.
And then you started touring doing 10 minutes, huh? Fuck. And then you got so sad. That's when we stopped becoming friends. By the way, that's when I stopped seeing you. I didn't hear from you. I would reach out sometimes and you were gone. And it was just because America's Got Talent gave you a platform and you went on the road and you couldn't fill 5/6 of your set.
Correct.
Melissa Villaseñor crying all over the U.S.
Yeah. But now it's like, it is, after so long, you get into like the routine that works for you, and like what brings comfort and what helps.
You're just picking garbage off your hands
Well,
and
no,
putting it on the couch?
No, listen, hold on.
Okay.
There's like some gunk or
So,
oil
yes.
from some of my sunblock.
And you're just throwing it on the... All right. So
Oh, yeah. I think my blush is crumpled up.
I think
Yeah,
my
my
blush
blush.
is crumpled up.
Yeah,
That sounds like the
look.
beginning of a dope rap.
No, it's...
I think my blush is crumpled up.
Yeah, it is. Because it was like before I came in here, I knew I was going to be on camera. So I did this with the little blush stick in my car.
It looks
And
great.
now that I'm pushing it, it's crumbling off.
Yeah, just put it on the couch.
What do they do? Those people?
Are you playing with a woman who's leaning over you with really long nipples?
Oh, I was doing the little thing that people do in photos to be cute.
A little heart?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going like this. It looks like... All right, sweetheart.
Oh, no.
All right. Want to talk about anything else, or is this it?
Let me see. Do you want to have family?
Yeah. Now.
Oh, wow.
Now. Yeah, what you were talking about with your partner and having somebody that you go home to that calms your nervous system, that you respect and that you do things with. I want it so much. I want it so much. I want it so much.
And would you still live here in LA?
I'd be open to being in two places, but I would
Yeah.
stay here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would want to have a place here for when I would have a job.
To
I could be
work.
here. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of podcast guests here. I have a great social network here. I love the Air One
I
hot
think
bar.
Oh man, it's good.
Yeah.
I don't get that often, but when I do,
You prefer Dos Equis?
yes.
I understand.
No, I love their salmon and their buffalo chick cauliflower.
Buffalo cauliflower. It's the best buffalo cauliflower I've ever had. Yeah. I also like the gluten-free General Tso's chicken.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. What about the smoothies?
I had one today. It's the only thing I've eaten today so far.
Good for you.
I have not been eating much the past few days. I have been on my own little sad journey. And I'm like, but I got to eat before a podcast.
Yeah.
I went almost a
know.
full day yesterday. I didn't eat until
Like
I got to
fast?
Esther's. Not intentionally fasting, just I have no appetite. I got to Esther's and I ate around 8 p.m. for the first time, 8:30 p.m. Yeah, when I
got
get
through.
sad, I don't really eat.
What are you feeling these days?
Not just I don't know. Wanting to start a family is a really is been a real priority for me in a way where it feels very out of my control. You know,
Little niños. You want little kids?
Ninas as well.
And niñas.
Yeah, or Ninex. I think you're supposed to say now.
Hijas and hijos, I meant.
Yeah, Dos Equis. Yeah. Do you want kids? You don't know.
I don't know.
Does I almost said pardon me. Does
I think so. We have to have that talk.
get him on the phone?
No. Probably shouldn't be chatting too much about
Sure.
relationship. Just keep it private.
Yeah. That's how I usually am. I don't like talking about my personal relationship on podcasts. I've done it a couple of times.
Maybe we'll mute his name too.
Sure, bleep his name every time, including what I said I almost said. But just I want people to know what I almost said his name was very, very close. In fact, it was the same name, just different pronunciation.
Yes, correct.
Which
But
is also kind of the same name.
sometimes I do think about it and I'm like, I think it would be special. But I don't, again, Rick,
That's my name.
I got everything I wanted. I'm good.
Do you want to give that to anybody now? Do you want to give things to somebody that you got that you wanted?
Everyone.
A child?
What are you saying? I'm confused. I got sidetracked here.
You have this life that you love. Would you like to share that with another member of your family and bring them into a world where you have everything you want and could give it to them?
Oh.
Are you looking at the answer on your wrist?
Yeah. No. What I was just thinking about, bring him into this world, that's, I think, why it's hindering me. I'm so afraid of how things are.
My mom
unraveling.
says like she
I'm
wasn't
super afraid.
she wasn't as excited about like having grandkids, although they are obsessed, rightfully so, with my nephew.
Aw.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I think if you're going to be a parent, you better have a lot of faith in the future. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mean to be negative.
Well, what blood type are you?
No, I just feel bad. I think I do get negative about a lot of things.
Sure. Makes sense. Pessimism usually doesn't have the door locked. It's kind of easy to get in, you know?
Whoa! That's another good saying.
All right. What was the other one I said?
Earlier today you did.
When I said I had fun on Kill Tony?
No.
When I said...
You were talking about just the journey or something.
Nice. Maybe I'll write a song. I've been wanting to write a song. I've been wanting to write
You're a good musician.
love song.
You're a great pianist.
Thank you, but I meant the poetry
singer.
of it.
Scoot, scoot.
That's not me singing.
That's you.
No, that's Casey Abrams singing.
No.
Yeah. I wrote it with him, but that's him singing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Singing Gracie Abrams.
Man, I have been a fan of hers since before she took off. And now she's so famous, I don't think I get her on the podcast. But I wanted to have her on the podcast like around when I started this, I think, like a while ago. Her and Sabrina Carpenter, both, I was like, I knew of, I feel like I found them early.
Wow.
And then they got really big. Please, please, please.
Don't do my right. Ding, 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 ding. Please, please, please. He doesn't want me to sing. We'll make up just right.
Man, Gracie Abrams is beautiful, isn't she?
I don't know much about her.
That's another thing. Like, I'm like, oh, I really, really like and liked her music. And now she's so popular and she's stunning. Or I don't even like, to the point where it's like, if I would ask somebody to come on my podcast, like, hey, would you come on my podcast? If I were to ever ask her, I'd be like, I would ask her like this, you probably don't want to come on my podcast, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of reach.
And then she goes, no, I would.
Nah, she's too busy doing crunches.
She buff?
Bro.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And also, I didn't realize until relatively recently, past year or two, that her dad is J.J. Abrams. I didn't know that. Which makes it seem even harder to get her on the pod. Because, like, if I were to ask her, do you want to do my podcast? She might be like, my dad's J.J. Abrams. I'd be like, all right.
Right.
You know? I love having musicians on the podcast. I want to have more musicians. I want to, like, lean into being, like, a music podcast.
Whoa.
Because it's like, I get to talk to them, and then I get to say, will you sing me this? And then they just do it. And then I have my buddy George, who's an amazing musician who knows how to play absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And just have him there to help for the accompaniment and to sing with.
Be fun.
Yeah. I love when people, I'm so attracted to singers. There's another singer who her name is Charlotte Cardin, that she almost came on my podcast once, and then something with her schedule, and then again, then something with my schedule. But I do think it might happen, but her voice is unbelievable.
Whoa.
That's somebody who I've been wanting to have on. What other musicians have I been asking? I don't remember. I don't think it's worth talking about now either.
Oh.
But yeah, when somebody could sing, I watched George used to live in the same building as me, and I would just go over to his place and just sit on the couch and ask him to sing things to me.
George
Creekus. He's the guy. He's my friend who's been on this pod a fair amount now.
Wow.
He's so good.
I stay around in my old hometown. I don't want to put no money down. I don't want to get me a big old loan. Work my fingers to the bone. I don't want to have to float a broom. Fall in love, get married and boom. How the hell did it get it so soon? I don't want to grow up.
Yes, sir, bro.
He makes me cry all the time, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, George is good. All right. Well, I feel like.
Did I put you in a sad mood today?
No. I was in a sad mood today. I was in a sad mood today. I did 2 podcasts today. I did somebody else's.
Whoa.
And I normally don't like doing 2, but I needed to get one done. When I saw you the other day, I'm like, hey, I need one for next week.
You'll edit it up to the fun parts, no?
We keep mostly everything in.
Really?
Yeah. If there's some stuff that drags, maybe we'll take out your stuff.
Yeah. You could take out a lot of my stuff.
But yeah, I was sad today, and
sorry, Rick.
like it's like I don't want a podcast, but then I also know it's like, no, do something, connect with somebody, you know?
Yeah, that's the same thing for me. It's too much alone. Then connection is number one. Mm-hmm. I love when I have a good laugh with a stranger too.
With a stranger.
Yeah, like the other day I was at a market. And this homeless guy was just standing there, and he yells at me. He goes, "Ma'am, you know Famous Amos?" And I go, "Yeah, I know Famous Amos cookies. They're the best." And he goes, "Yeah, they're the best." And that was it. It made my day.
You laughed with him? Did he laugh?
Yeah.
Did you give him any money
No, I
or
should have
cookies?
bought cookies. That was my one regret walking away.
Was he selling them?
No, he was just standing there.
Did he look dirty?
Yes.
Right, so you didn't want to like hug him or anything. How often do you give homeless people money?
If I have a little cash on me, I try. But
What if you want to give somebody money, but you don't have any bills smaller than a 20?
that's a no.
Randy Jackson. That's a no for me, dog. I gave somebody a 20 today.
That's nice.
I'm not saying this in any way of like talking about my generosity. It was more my mindset of, I saw a guy, something about his sign. He said like, I'll do anything for some money or something like that, but it didn't seem sexual. And and I was just really sad. I'm on the phone with my mom and I'm really sad. And I was talking to her about like something that I'm really sad about, but like also like checking in with how much I'm grateful for.
Yes.
And I see this man that needs something, I think.
Yeah.
And like the only bill I had was a 20. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I gotta give him something. I'm feeling that. When I gave him the 20, I thought to myself, like, and he gets closer to the window, I'm gonna be a little disappointed if he looks like he's like gone, you know. But the way he said thank you made it seem like, oh, he's not necessarily gone on some drug that would scare me. I don't like giving money sometimes to people when I feel like they're going to be using it on drugs for right or for wrong. That's just my standpoint. So a lot of times I say,
or for food or something.
Yeah, a lot of times when I go in somewhere, I buy people stuff often, but not giving money. Hey, can I have some cash? I often say like, I don't want to give any cash, but like I'll get you anything to eat from inside. I did that once at an Air One, and the guy, usually when they do it, they just ask for something. The guy asked like he knew the Air One menu. And he asked he asked for something that I have. He asked for a combo plate of this thing that was going to be $30. And I said to him, that's going to be a no for me, dog. No, I said that's a bit much. I'll get you the protein and something to drink, or maybe I'll get you a small bit of this in a little side. He goes, well, you get me this. He like negotiated with me, and I went, oh, fine.
Yeah.
And then I went in, and then I had to wait in the line for it all, and this and that.
Oh man.
And then he took it, and then he just like
Didn't
left.
say thanks. Yeah.
And I was just like,
yeah.
that's not what I wanted. I got into a debate with Esther yesterday about this. How when I open the door for somebody and they don't say thank you, I give them a beat and I'll yell, "You're welcome." And she's like, "Why do you do that? Do you only open the door for somebody because you want thank yous?" And I'm like, "No." And before I explain my logic, I want to know where you stand on this.
Okay, I'm with you. I was on a plane. I'll have to. This is a whole bit now on stage I do, but that's what it's for, life, you know. But anyway. Before I boarded this flight, when it was a first class seat because I did USO shows, and before I boarded the flight, an employee of Delta asked me if I can accommodate the family, change my seat so they could sit together.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was doing a noise that I was surprised didn't distract you.
Yeah,
and I was in the wrong. I was just like, how is she able to keep going while this is happening?
Yeah.
Will you start over?
Okay, so. Back in December, I did shows for the USO
the troops. Thank you so much.
You're no problem. But the USO paid for like a really nice flight back home. Delta One, where the Sheraton's into a bed.
I know what Delta One is. I also know what Del Taco is because of you.
You're welcome. And they asked me to change my seat so I could accommodate the family, so they could sit together.
Were you getting into another pod? Was it pod to pod, or were you getting a worse seat?
I was getting a worse seat because of the lady I was sitting next to.
Oh, same seat, but worse seat partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would have liked to thank you on the plane. Hey, thank you for letting us sit together because we have a baby.
Did they
didn't say anything.
Did the stewardess ask, or steward or stewardess, or did?
No, it was someone before.
Did they know that you were the person?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the last time I'll ever change my seat. You heard me loud and clear. I'm not changing my fucking seat.
You know what you could do? You could say, I will do it, but I need the people
to say thank you.
I need the people to say thank you.
No, I wouldn't again. Not after what the person I sat next to on the plane.
I hear you. When you stop at an intersection.
Sorry, that sounded very intense.
Well, I mean, you like going camping. Unless you're bringing a wigwam, you're going to have to be intense.
No, can we edit that out?
Nope.
Rick, that was just so cruel. That was so intense of me.
If you really want it out, yes, but I don't want to. I think I remember this about you when you were on the balcony. It's you know what? You're ashamed of having a strong point of view.
I'm ashamed to look like a very mean person.
Well, when you stop worrying about what you look like and you start living honestly and authentically, you might not need to take so many pills with you when you go camping in tents, which is not a problem.
You're right.
Also, you might let somebody have your seat again. It's not, you're not really, you're just saying it bothered you a lot. I don't want to take it out.
Yep.
And I want people to tell us your opinion for anybody still listening to this podcast.
Yeah, if you say, you should say thank you.
Say thank you.
That was one of the biggest things I learned as a kid. Say thanks. Say thanks. Say thanks. Say thanks.
I was out on a few dates.
I don't like when people don't say thank you when you're providing like with food or snacks or having them over and they don't. You're out. You're never invited again. Sorry.
I took a girl out a few times and paid for it all, and she never said thank you. And I said to her,
"Listen here, you little stinky butt."
Listen, stinky butt. How come you don't say thank you?
My pants are just curling up too high.
I asked her how come she doesn't say thank you. And she says, "Do I have to?" I said, "No."
Whoa.
No, but when I'm spending money on somebody and they don't acknowledge it, it makes me feel that they feel entitled to it, and I don't like that. And she said, "Oh, okay." And
just like Penny. Just like little Penny.
we went on a.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We went
keep
on a
going.
date. The check came, and we sat there for a little bit talking, and then I said, "Do you want me to get this?" And she laughed. She said, "Yes." And I'm like, "Okay, just making sure you want me to get it. I wasn't sure if you wanted to." And then I paid for it, and she didn't say thank you.
Woo!
And we walked out. I gave it enough time, the same way I do when I open the door for somebody, and I said, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
And she said, "What?" I said, "I'm so sorry. I thought, did you say thank you?" And she said, "No," and she laughed. And I but it was playful. It was like, and I said, "I'm going to tell you something. You got to buy the next thing.
Woo!
You have to buy the next thing, or I'm out." And she did.
And you're not getting these.
Yeah, you're not getting those.
Wow.
Yeah. And she paid for the next thing.
Good.
And it just made me feel so much better. Because also I felt like it's not fair to her. It's not fair to me or to her if I get resentful for something that I don't communicate about. So instead of expecting her to say thank you or to pay, she might not do that.
She might not know. Yeah.
Which, I don't like. And
Right.
I have the power to say something.
Yeah.
And then she could be like, get fucked, you fucking fuck. And I'd be like, too many F words. But no, and then it was just better. And I'll tell you something. So was the lovemaking.
Damn.
And after she came, you know what she said?
Thank you.
Grazie.
Or grazie farzo.
Grazie forzo. Ben fatto.
Ben fatto.
Ben fatto.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like speaking up for myself. And I really like when people speak up for themselves.
That's cool.
Because we could disagree.
Yeah, but that's
let's
good.
Then.
Yeah. Wow. Good job, Rick.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. If I pay for 4 things in a row, if I'm not getting acknowledged, and I mean, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Rick. Or I really enjoyed that dinner. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
See?
It's, you see me, it's like I see you. Open the door for somebody. It's not like I want to thank you. It's a kind of a call and response, one that I do connect with. I don't really connect with how you doing? Thanks, good, thanks, how are you? I do connect with like acknowledging somebody's existence. And when you open the door for somebody, I don't feel like I'm doing you a favor. I feel like I'm acknowledging you. I'm just, I see you.
Right.
So since I'm acknowledging you, now listen, if you're hectic, you're busy, I see somebody like maybe needs the help of something or their family and sure. But I'm talking about when I'm judging them, admittingly, when they just walk right through and I'm like, "Oh, you didn't see me. Well, here, you're welcome. Mm-hmm. Here I am."
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. And I'm trying to do better with seeing people too.
Oh, you got to drink more Magic Mind. If I'm driving, I'm really good at letting people in. I don't just stop where it says keep space clear, which a lot of people don't do. I'll stop if there's a driveway or something a little bit behind so somebody could go. And if they go in...
So you're licking your thingy.
I'll keep
and
going.
Then you come
and they don't wave.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I almost want to go to the police academy so I could become a cop. So next time somebody doesn't wave, I could take their license away.
Yeah.
That's how much I like a wave or a thank you. You give them their seat, you go to the bathroom, and you say, do you guys like your seats? And if they then go, oh, yes, I do, thank you so much. And if they just go, yes, you go, well, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, you're right. I should have looked at it and go, good seats, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
yeah, I don't know about that, but I was like, I gave you those seats. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And if you don't say thank you, there's a chance that the next person who wants to have a seat, who could have and would have said thank you, won't, because now I'm feeling like I don't want to give up my seat anymore. And I don't think that you want to do that to the next person. And then, but you're saying it to the kid who wanted the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think we need more breaks from people out there in the world.
More breaks? Is that what you said? Yeah. Do you have any examples?
Just think people need to shut up more.
Oh, that seems like a different thing.
Yeah.
You're like, I think.
I don't know what I'm talking about now, Rick.
I think people need to start prioritizing voting on a local level. And I'm like, could you give any examples of like what you mean? And you're like, I just don't eat in the mornings anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I think I'm hitting a wall. I don't know what else to share.
I know what you're saying. Like, open the door for people, buy somebody a meal, acknowledge something somebody's wearing.
I think when you put a lot out there and then it's just it's so much energy that I think like, okay, for example, if I'm on the road 5 days or 5 shows and you're interacting with so many people, airports and stuff, even on my own voice, I tend to come home and I don't speak for a couple days or see anyone because I can't handle the amount of noise, myself included.
Do you wear headphones a lot?
I do, but it's just even not vocal. It's just energies, and I'm like, I don't know, Rick. I think I'm wandering down a rabbit hole that's not. It's not.
That's you're fine.
No,
yes.
It's just sounds so. I feel like it sounds so negative.
But why are you judging your feelings so much? You're feeling that way. You have realized that your battery drains quickly, and you haven't maybe found, what are those, whatever the voltage chargers at work fast. Like, it seems like maybe you need to find that charging.
I think also, I think there's a guilt in me too. I think this is the problem. I think I've set myself up in the entertainment world as a smiley person all the time. And if I'm not smiling, I feel horrible about it.
That sounds like people that I remember I would collaborate sometimes with some Vine people that were like really big Viners. And I had some ideas that they thought were really funny. Whether they were or not isn't the point. I'm just saying they liked it and wanted to do it and said, I can't. That's not what my brand is. That's not the stuff that I do, which I understand. It makes sense. But it's a bummer that they are beholden to their success, or they believe they're beholden to their success in a way where they can't be an artist. This is what I do, as opposed to this is who I am. And the idea that this is what I do, and if who you are conflicts with that, of course you're going to be depressed and drained. But you don't, George Carlin was a very silly comedian at the beginning, and then he changed, not because that's where the market went. That's just where he was. As you get older, things change. And also, you're always going to have smiles. It's just not going to necessarily be as big or as often. But like, be who.
That's so good, Rick. You're helping me so much today. This is really good stuff. And I'm glad it's recorded so I can rewatch.
Are you going to rewatch this? Yeah. Are you going to remember this? You know?
No, but no, I'm serious. That means that's I love hearing that.
The way he is sitting is so...
Does he not do this?
He's never sat with a guest before.
No. Yes, he has.
Yeah, he loves people. But he looks so human right now.
Alvin.
Hey, Alvin, you hungry? I would love some food right now. Whoa.
There he goes. Oh, man. What's his mix? He's cute.
He's a Chihuahua pug. His dad is a pug and his mom is Jewish, actually. I got another dog joke if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
He has a very big penis. He gets it from his father, the pug. I asked if he was hungry, so I got to give him something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Plug something.
Oh, yes. Let's see. I could plug my... Okay. LA people. The weekend of May 3rd and 4th, I'm having my art show in Whittier at the 6740 restaurant, and all my originals will be framed
Will be framed. Sit.
and for sale.
Paw. Good boy.
Oh.
All right.
Well,
Thanks for doing this.
thanks, Rick. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Theme music.
Scoot.
Melissa, stay there for a second.
And that's take your shoes off, baby. Take your shoes off, baby. Oh, you wanna keep 'em on? Then you can't enter. I said, take your shoes off, baby.
I must ask, Alvin, why are you eating that?
Blabbity blue. Scoop D. Oh yeah.